The Lost Art Project, Veteran Voices with Andrew Cox. Preserving history, one veteran story at a time. Marine Corps League and Till Valhalla Project Ambassadors. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast that's given a voice to our veterans. The Lost Art Project, Veteran Voices with Andrew Cox. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lost Art Project, Veteran Voices. We are going to have a great one today, a good veteran story, so I'm looking forward to it. But if you're enjoying these episodes, make sure you go to the website. That's thelostart.podbean.com. Go check us out, see what we're all about. There's some cool stuff in there. You can go get you some merchandise. You can just go do all kinds of cool stuff. There's all kinds of stuff in there. You can go down to the bottom. There's links to different organizations that help veterans out, things of that nature. But just go check it out. There's a lot of good stuff and good information on it. Big shout out to the Till Valhalla Project, man. They are out there. They do some amazing work. If you don't know anything about the Till Valhalla Project, you need to go check them out. And if you do know something about them, go back and check them out again, because they continue to grow, continue to do more and more things. So be sure and check out everything they got going on. You can see that at tillvalhallaproject.com. Are you a Marine veteran? Are you missing that bond you had on active duty? Then I have a place for you. Join the only congressionally chartered Marine Corps Veteran Service Organization, the Marine Corps League. Get that brother and sisterhood back in your life. Become one of the fewer, the prouder, a Marine Corps League member. All right, here we are. We are back. I got Jim here. Jim, how you been doing?
Doing good. How you
Nice.
been?
Oh, I can't complain. I got Cat here. She's my podcast partner. She has to jump up here all the time. Every time I come to do a podcast, she has to come say hi and make herself known to everybody. So, but I'm doing good. I'm excited.
Well, I'm glad you're excited. I'm a little nervous about this.
No, there's no need to be nervous. It's just me and you having fun. It's all
Right.
good. Well, let's start at the beginning. Like, where did you grow up? What was that like? And then what drew you to military service?
Well, I grew up here in West Virginia. It's a little town, a little dot on the map, right between Charleston and Huntington, West Virginia. Uh,
Okay.
Actually, I still live in my grandparents' old house.
Oh,
Uh,
no kidding. Wow.
yeah, so it's haven't gone very far. Close to home.
That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But I grew up here, and I was kind of a rotten teenager, so it was
Okay.
probably a better idea to go into the military than to stick around here.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea because a lot of my friends back in those days no longer with us.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Yeah. Well, going in the military worked out well then.
yes, it did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It straightened me out a little bit, not a lot,
Okay.
a little bit.
Hey, a little bit. So, sometimes that's all you need.
That's all we did.
So, what was it that, like, when did you know what branch of service you wanted to go into? Like, how did that all work out for you?
Well, actually, first I signed up for the army.
Okay.
Um, but my then well it's now my ex-wife, she was pregnant at the time, so
Uh-huh.
and when she had the baby, they told me I couldn't go in because we wasn't married or I had a kid or some weird crap.
Oh, wow.
So I ended up trying the Marine Corps, and unfortunately I guess they let me in.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. So, what year was it that you joined?
I joined in 1981. Actually, I
81.
went to boot camp on the day that Ronald Reagan got shot.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely memorable.
Yes, yes, it is. Sitting
Wow.
there, we had to change. I had to change planes. I think it was in Charlotte,
Uh-huh.
and we was sitting there watching the TV, and seeing that the president got shot, and then we're all sitting there thinking, "Oh crap, what's going to happen next?"
Yeah. Holy cow. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So showing up to boot camp, you guys were probably pretty nervous about the whole thing, not knowing really, what's going to happen at that point. I mean,
Yeah,
there's already the unknown, but even more so now.
yeah. We didn't know what was going on, and of course, we had that short time there in the airport. But once we got to South Carolina, waiting at the airport for everybody to come in there, we wasn't allowed to watch TV. We was just sitting there.
Right.
It all started by the time we got off the planes there. So.
Wow. Well, tell me about going into when you went in, like first day of boot camp. You get on the bus, you show up. Let's kind of talk through that.
Well, being a snot-nosed 17-year-old kid, it was a little intimidating. I've never
Yeah.
been around really anybody in the military, so didn't know a lot about it. So, stepping off that bus, you know, dark. I mean, you've already been up all day.
Hmm.
It's late in the evening, and they get on there and start yelling at you, and they kept yelling at you for 13 weeks. I mean, it did not stop.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So a little bit of a culture shock there, I would say.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, I never had people yell at me like that before. Well, except for my brothers, but
Yeah.
it's different. But these guys were just so intimidating. It was unreal.
Yeah. 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 Now, what company did you end up in?
I was with H Company, 3rd
Okay.
Battalion at Paris
Okay.
Island.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So what were some of the kind of memorable moments in boot camp for you? What, like good, bad, either way?
Really, graduation is the most memorable. I mean, when you graduate and things like that. I mean, that
Yeah.
was the thing. You just, you finally, it's over. One other memorable moment was, I had this drill instructor, little guy, you know, 5 foot nothing, skin, maybe a buck 20, with
Right.
it, all suited up and everything. And when he found out that my MOS was in artillery, he was an old artillery guy. So
Oh, okay.
he came out and and was talking to me about that, and having me yell top of my lungs, "Party with Artie," in the barracks.
Yeah.
So, uh, but I mean,
Wow.
because he was a mean little SOB, and and for that, I mean, it was just really memorable. He came out and took the time to talk to me about that.
Right. Well, that was really cool that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so you knew going in that you were going to be artillery?
Nah, I signed up under combat arms, so I could have
Oh,
been
okay.
anything. I could have been, infantry. Oh, shoot,
Could have been
combat
like,
engineer,
yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. So I didn't know they did that. Like you just kind of sign up for, open like that, and then they pick one for you. I knew there
right.
was open contract, but I didn't know it was specific to combat arms.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. At that time, it was, I
yeah.
guess.
So when did you find out that they were giving you artillery? Was that kind of close to the end
Yeah, it
boot
was
camp?
close to the end. We was like in the last couple of weeks of boot camp.
Yeah.
Things were dying down, and
Right.
a little bit more relaxed. I think it was right before final drill, final inspections, and things like that.
Okay. Very cool. Now,
Or right around the same time.
once you got through boot camp, you knew you were going to artillery and everything. Now, did you get like 10 days boot leave type of deal?
Yeah, 10, 15 days, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it was off to Fort Sill, Oklahoma,
Okay.
is where
Yeah.
got our training for a forward observer for artillery at that time.
Okay. Oh, so you were doing forward observer.
Yeah, I was a forward observer for artillery.
Okay. I got you. Wow.
So, and I think even the cannon cockers, they even went out there for training. So
Yeah.
at that
Yeah, I think
time,
so. Yeah. So
yeah,
now being a forward observer is that's kind of unique in itself. Because every time I hear forward observers, I always think like an officer that's doing it. So then they were training you as enlisted to go out and do that.
right. Yeah, the forward observer was actually the officers
Okay.
MOS, designation. Ours
Right.
was, they changed it from being just an artillery to being what they call a shore fire control party person, which meant I could do artillery and naval gunfire.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Okay.
so, but when I was training, I was just training to be a scout observer. That was the enlisted
Right.
designation at that time for
Yeah.
artillery.
Well, how was that school for that? I mean, was it pretty challenging or?
It was actually pretty decent. It was easy. We
Yeah.
just got to go out there and blow up crap. You know, uh, but learning. We had to do sketches. The terrain.
Uh-huh.
And all that good stuff. And you know, um, which I really sucked at drawing. So my sketches weren't worth crap. Um, but it was interesting. It's been there at Fort Sill. Fort Sill had a lot of history to it.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, uh, Medicine Bluff is where Geronimo did his famous
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
So
Now that was out there by it, correct? By the
it's,
base?
it was actually on the base.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And me and this one guy, he was from California, and me and him decided to climb the face of Medicine Bluff.
Oh, geez.
Almost died there because I missed one of the holds, and if he hadn't have been up above me and grabbed my hand at the time, I would have been.
Really?
Yeah, we was
Woo.
about halfway up the bluff there at the time.
Holy cow. What's the pretty big bluff then?
It was a few hundred feet. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That was
Yeah,
pretty brave of you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
yeah,
gonna get a little scared of heights every now and again, so I don't think I would have done it.
yeah. As yeah, being young, I was young and dumb, and a little bit more
Yeah.
adventurous than I am these days. So
That happens. Yeah.
yeah.
Very nice. Now, how long was the school?
Oh God, it was only about a month or so. It wasn't very
Okay.
long at all. So, and then I was shipped out to Camp Pendleton.
Very nice. Okay. And now, who did you get set up with out at Pendleton?
I was with the 2nd Battalion, 11th Marines. I was with
Okay.
headquarters battery there at
Okay.
the time. And there, we provided naval gunfire support for the infantry battalions or regiment we
Hmm.
supported. And we also offered, that liaison between the artillery and the infantry units.
Okay. So you would get attached to an infantry unit, and was that kind of how it worked?
Yeah, you would just, if we was doing an op or something, or if we went to combat, then I would have been assigned to an infantry company,
Yeah.
or I was a driver, so a lot of times I was assigned to drive the captain or the major who was in charge of being in charge of the little section we had. But he
Yeah.
was the liaison for the infantry regiment, so it might, I would end up at the infantry regiment's headquarters or CP, you
Hmm.
know, doing the basically radio watch. Was what
Right.
it had been.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Keeping the
Uh,
maps up to date and all that good stuff. So.
oh, right. Yeah. Now, how often were you out in the field? Were you out in the field pretty regular?
When my first tour there, not so much. I was only there a year and a half or so, and
Okay.
then it was out to Okinawa for a year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. So you only that's pretty wild. They sent you to Okinawa midway through your first enlistment.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, so it spent a year over there, but it was fun.
Now, how was that for
Yeah, I
you
didn't get to go to Team
transitioning?
Spirit.
How was it for you
Say again.
transitioning from the States going overseas like that? I mean, was that a culture shock for you?
Most definitely,
Yeah.
because Japan, everything's you drive on the wrong side of the road
Yeah.
and everything, and the food. I was grew up on steak and potatoes, meat and potatoes kind of guy,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
eating fresh vegetables out of the garden and things like that. You go over there and you got seafoods and
Hmm.
noodles and all this other foods, and I wasn't used to that. So it
Yeah.
was definitely a cultural shock. But
Wow. Now, and where did you end up in Okinawa? Was it up at Hanson?
no, I was shoot, what I don't know, I can't remember the name of the base. It was at headquarters company, Third Marine Division. So I was at division headquarters.
Oh, Fatima? No,
Is it Courtney?
Fatima?
No,
Courtney. That's it, I
yeah,
think.
Courtney. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay, so you were with the
Station.
headquarters with division.
Yeah, I was assigned to Air Naval Gunfire Platoon there.
Oh,
So they
wow.
provided, air and naval gunfire support to the division.
Right.
Again, doing a lot of uh, radio watch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Now, was that pretty normal for your MOS is like radio watch and those types of things?
yeah, I mean, especially when you're at if you're at the infantry regiment or higher, you're usually
Hmm.
doing a lot of radio watch, and things like that. Taking information from the infantry, or not from the infantry, but from the artillery units and things like that. So,
Hmm. Okay.
but from there, I did get to go to Philippines for three
Oh,
weeks.
nice.
Now
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was
Yeah. Tell
another
us about
cultural.
that.
That was another cultural shock there.
Yeah. So tell us about that. Like, what was that like for you?
Oh, it was wild. I mean, you well, you probably been to the Philippines too, so
Yeah.
it's a wild spot. You go out in town, you walk by, a club there, especially back in the '80s,
Uh-huh.
and the bands that play in these clubs, you think it was, the band from the U.S. or whoever, these
Right.
big name bands and stuff playing in there, and because they could mimic about anybody.
Right.
So you had a lot of great music over there, a lot of fun out in town. The street vendors, now that was a different story. You could walk by and you go, "What's that?" And it'd be something like a leg and a thigh like this long, and you go, "What is that?" It's chicken. Ain't no damn chicken I know. So stay away from the street vendors
Yeah. Yeah.
out there.
Did
So
anybody get sick eating at
and
the vendors or anything?
no, I
That's
about
good.
got talked into trying balut though.
What is that?
Uh, it's a egg that they take and bury for I don't know how many weeks. It's
Oh,
basically a rotten egg, really, and they cook like a
ugh.
bull. And so it's an aborted egg. Yeah, it was pretty nasty. That made me sick.
Wow.
That made my
That's
stomach
pretty
upset.
gross.
Yeah, it
That, and
is.
they say that's a delicacy, right?
Yeah, that's a delicacy there, but man, it is nasty. Let me tell you.
Oh man. I can't even imagine. The texture of it has got to be straight
I
disgusting.
mean, it looked like a boiled egg. It just you had
Yeah.
to watch and didn't get the aborted embryo or whatever in there. You know,
Yeah.
if you bit into the white part, the regular whites is not
Uh-huh.
so bad. You didn't get quite so
Wow.
bad. A friend of
Yeah.
mine that was with me, I think he bit into uh, the embryo part, and
Yeah.
he was pretty sick for a couple of days.
It is gross.
It
Yeah,
is
that's
gross.
for sure. So, and now what else, what were you doing there, as far as your job? Were you like, doing a exercise over there or something?
No, we went there for school. They had a naval gunfire school there.
Oh, okay.
So we went over there for 3 weeks to learn naval gunfire and things like that.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. I mean, we went out to they have an island there that they used to use as a range for the Navy
Hmm.
ships. So we took a Mike boat ride for about an hour or so
Wow.
out to this island where they
Yeah.
did. We had a Filipino Marine with us, and he had to go set at the edge of the impact area to keep the locals from going into the impact area while we were shooting ship. The ships were shooting.
Wow.
So yeah, I wouldn't want his job.
Yeah, no kidding.
But it
Holy
was
cow.
you talking about some crystal clear water. We pull up into the bay. You could see 40, 50 feet down, and you could see
All
the bottom.
right.
I mean, it was just crystal clear in there. Beautiful, beautiful place.
And I'm assuming it's a lot like Okinawa at that point, like kind of the reef type of situation with
Yeah,
lots of fish and stuff.
yeah, there was some, but that bay we was in, it was a bay. You didn't have a lot of coral or anything in there.
Oh,
It was,
okay.
you could see really sandy bottoms down in there.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, did you get a chance to like go swimming there and snorkeling, those types of things?
I, I wasn't a snorkeler. I don't do
Yeah.
snorkel, but nah, I mean, they let us go out and swim a little bit in the evenings after we was done, things like that. We
Right.
could swim there in the bay and have fun, things like that. Yeah,
Right.
but it was nice. It was, like I said, a very beautiful place to be. At
Yeah,
least that.
absolutely. Now, you had mentioned earlier that you were married when you joined.
Yeah.
Now, were you married when you went to Okinawa as well?
Yes,
Okay. So it
and
was just a unaccompanied tour then?
yeah, it was an unaccompanied tour, and that's where
Okay.
things went kind of ended after that. So
I see. Okay. Now she stayed was she at Pendleton or was she
no,
West
she came
Virginia?
back. She came back here to West Virginia.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So what else do you remember about Okinawa, your time there, that was maybe impactful, anything like that?
No, not really. I mean, every year they do Team Spirit over in Korea,
Right.
and unfortunately, I got stuck on Air Contingency Battalion, which
Okay.
means you was um, the Air Contingency Battalion were the first ones out if something came up in their part of the world.
Right.
So that meant I got stuck back on Okinawa while everybody else went to Korea and froze their ass off.
Mm, well, I guess there is a silver lining in that. You
Yes,
you
there
didn't
is.
get cold.
I didn't get cold, no, but it was boring as hell with nobody around there. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Now, did you have to same type of deal where you like in a field environment while they were gone, or
I don't
were
know.
you
This is
just
in the barracks,
just business as usual, basically?
business as usual.
Okay.
Fiddling around. They found little things to keep us busy. Uh,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, going through. We went through a couple of typhoons while we was there. While I was there too. That was an
Yeah.
experience. That was
Yeah.
the first time they did it. They told us. I think it was like a category 1 or category 2 or 3. It was came
Yeah.
pretty close to the island, and they shut us up. But when they went to shut us up, somebody made a run to the commissary
Yeah.
or the package store,
Uh-huh.
and we stocked up, and that was all it was a big party for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, we called them the typhoon parties.
Yeah, typhoon
Like that
parties.
was that was
Yeah,
the normal thing to do, if we're not going anywhere, you just get a bunch of beer or whatever and sit around
yeah,
and drink and
yeah. That's all
yeah.
we did. A couple people had back then VCRs. So we sit
Yeah,
there
oh
and watch
yeah.
movies and drink. Stay drunk
Yeah.
the whole time.
Now, you were one of the ones that were out there with your poncho and catching the wind and like skateboarding or something. Was that you?
No, 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 no. Wasn't me. No, never did that.
Yeah, there was always somebody out there doing something crazy during it. When I was there, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, being at division headquarters, is a little bit different.
Oh yeah, yeah, you were kind of right there in the limelight of everything.
Yeah,
All the
so
seniors and
yeah, all the senior people were there, so you just kind of had to, be a little bit, more on the best behavior.
right,
We
right,
still had to wear the helmets and flak jackets just to go to chow hall and things like that. So
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, and I remember them putting like you had teams that were put together for certain, like if you had to put sandbags up for something, or they just for cleanup and those types of things. They had teams and stuff that put together when I was there. Did they do the same thing?
I don't remember teams for doing the sandbags, but we definitely had teams, to go back and clean up.
Yeah.
There was, some trees and stuff that came down, during the hurricane or during the
Mm.
typhoon, I should say.
Right.
So, I
Wow.
mean, we spent a
Interesting.
couple days cleaning up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah,
that hard though.
yeah.
Wasn't no huge big trees there. So
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. One of the things that I was very impressed with in Okinawa was the buildings and how they structured everything. Everything they had was basically built to withstand the typhoons that came through.
yeah,
So concrete buildings, those types of things. I was impressed with that. Where here in America, we're going to build something that's going to probably get demolished. That's just kind of the way it is.
right. Yeah,
So
it's true. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Of course, we had the big. The barracks were probably built what in the 40s or not in the 40s,
Yeah.
probably in the 50s, and
Yeah,
you know,
probably.
so it looked like an old schoolhouse. Had all the
Hmm.
windows across all the way across,
Hmm.
and they had us to put the wall lockers because ours was more or less an open squad bag.
Oh, I see.
We
Okay.
had it. We had kind of situated into little cubicles. We
Hmm.
slept in. So we had to take our wall lockers and put them up against the windows. Now, how well
Uh,
that was going to work, something really hit us, I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, those wall lockers might be coming down on you.
Yeah, yeah, they would have came missiles more than anything else. But
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, wow. So, no, you spent a solid year there.
yeah, it's been a solid year there, and
Okay.
I actually re-enlisted there before I left.
Oh, okay. Very
And
nice. So once you re-enlisted for the same MOS and everything, correct?
right,
Yeah.
well, our MOS was always short, so I didn't have no choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
get a bonus out
Oh,
of
well,
it.
hey, nothing wrong with that.
No, yeah, I got a few $1,000s out of it. So, yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, 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 yeah. At least you didn't have to just re-enlist for love of corn country. You got something extra.
Yeah, I got a little bit of money. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if it was actually worth it or not.
They dangle it in front of you and they make it sound really good though.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
All right, so you re-enlisted and where did they send you then?
I went right back to Camp Pendleton.
Oh, okay, back to 11th Marines.
Yeah, back to 11th Marines. I actually went right back. Once I got to 11th Marines, I said, "Hey, can I go back to the 2nd Battalion?" Yeah, that's where I was. So went right back
Yeah.
to the old unit and spent rest of my time there.
Oh, wow. And so you did another 4?
Did another 4 years right there. Yeah.
Wow, no kidding. So you were doing basically the same type of things.
Yeah, the same type of things. Except when I
Hmm.
came back, we did a lot more training then than we did, before I went to
Really?
Okinawa. Yeah, I mean, we was out in the desert, out in 29 Palms, a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I spent a lot of time. I probably spent as much time in 29 Palms as I did at Pendleton. It seemed like
Oh, wow. So
because
you were
we
you
go
were
out
at
with
Camp
11th.
Wilson out there.
Yeah, we go out with 11th Marines. We go out there and spend 30 days out there with them, and then
Right.
Fifth Marines would turn around and come out right
So you have
before
to
we
go
was
out with
getting done.
them.
So we'd end up staying there and and doing an exercise with them for 15, 20 days or so.
Wow. So you were
So
you were really in the field. Like that was,
yeah,
yeah, a lot of time. Wow.
a lot of
No,
times. But there's we did other training there. We got being scout observers for artillery or naval gunfire.
hmm.
We got to go to San Clemente Island,
Oh, that's
which
cool.
is a little island off our coast of California there that the Navy owns, and
Right.
we would call in fire from the ships. And when the ships go
Wow.
through the qualifications, part of it was, uh, for the Marines to call in fire. So we go out there, which that was everybody competed to go out to that because they had civilian cooks out there
Yeah.
and they fix some really good food. So we go out there, for a week or whatever it was, and
Oh, you're
eat really well.
yeah, absolutely. But I mean, that's got to be pretty interesting. Naval gunfire. Like I know they did naval gunfire onto Pendleton as well in the ranges there.
No,
If I'm not
not when
mistaken,
I
they
was
didn't.
there. Not when I
Okay.
was there. No, because you'd end up shooting right over top of
Yeah.
Interstate 5.
Right.
You'd have to shoot right over Interstate 5, and they weren't going to do that. And plus, you'd have to go over, you know, like if main impact area was right across from Las Pogas,
Hmm.
where 11th Marines was. So
Yeah.
you end up having to shoot right over their heads, and if something happened, you
Yeah,
know,
true. Yeah, good point. Yeah. I didn't think about that. But I thought they did for some reason. I don't know.
no,
Yeah. Well,
not when I was there.
that's got to be now you were on the island. They were shooting from the ships. So you
Yep.
were fairly close to the impact area at that point as well,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. They had a bunker built into the side of the hillside there,
Hmm.
right at the impact areas where we sat, and of course the barracks was kind of buried into the ground too that we
Oh,
stayed in.
wow.
So
That's pretty interesting. I
yeah,
didn't even
I
know they
mean
had barracks out there.
they have a little small barracks out there at the range to where we would stay.
Hmm.
And of course they had at the other end of the island they had regular Navy station down there, but
Right.
it was too far of a drive for us to get out there and all
Hmm.
that good crap. So they just flew us in uh, right out there to the impact area or to the
Oh,
range.
wow. Yeah. They fly you out in helicopters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I always like
Absolutely.
flying on the helos out there.
Hey, now when you were flying out there, because that's a huge area for great white sharks through
Yeah.
there. Did you get the chance to see any of those?
No, no, we didn't get to see any out there.
Yeah.
It would have been great. I would have been seeing it, but no, we didn't.
It's I don't know if you've seen any of the videos of like guys that were surfing out there.
No.
That's right off of oh man, what's the north part of Pendleton there? Um, the
Yeah,
beach that there. I can't remember what it
Santa
is.
Onofre,
Yeah,
Santa
San
Onofre.
Onofre. Yeah, so right off San Onofre Beach there, and there's like great white sharks swimming right next to and under the surfers. So there's like a helicopter up above filming it, like a news
Wow.
crew. And I mean, you see the videos and you're like, why would anybody get out there and surf when those things are right there?
Yeah, no
But
kidding.
I've never heard of any sharks attacking them or anything there from my, or at least I've never heard of it. But
I never either. When I was out there, I never heard of any shark attacks around anywhere around in there. San Diego up
yeah.
to Pendleton.
Now, did you do any surfing while you were there? Anything like that?
No, I don't have the balance. I never did have the balance. I couldn't ride a damn skateboard, so I wasn't about to try to get on no surfboard. I mean, I did boogie boarding,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a little bit of that, but that was about it.
Okay. Now, what did you guys do for fun while you were out there?
Really, there wasn't a lot to do out in San Clemente Island. I mean, they had a horseshoe pit, so we pitched a lot of horseshoes out there.
Okay,
And they did have TV. You sit there and watch videos and stuff, play
got
cards.
you.
That's about all we did. Uh,
Yeah.
can't
And how long?
couldn't take no alcohol out there, so we wasn't drinking or anything
Uh,
like that, unfortunately.
yeah. And then how long were you guys out there?
Anywhere from about 3 to 4 days,
Oh,
we
okay.
go out there. No
So it
more than
wasn't
5.
too bad.
Nah,
Yeah.
it was actually fun to get away because you get away with away from all the bull crap that was happening in
Yeah.
Pendleton and all that crap. You didn't have to put up with that, and usually the officers, the Navy officers who was in charge of the range and stuff that was out
Uh-huh.
there, they was usually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we had a pretty good time while we was out there.
Very nice.
Well,
So you did a lot at 29 Palms. Got to go out to the island, hang out there. What else did you get to do?
Uh, well, let's see. What was it? 19 is probably 88. We went on, did an op. Got to go to Hawaii. I
Oh, okay.
forgot what it was. I mean, it took us. We loaded up on ships. I got attached to one of the firing batteries, and went with them. We went over to Hawaii. It took us like 2 weeks to get there.
Oh, no kidding. Was that your first time on a ship?
I don't know. We did exercises up and down, the coast of California all the time.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So it was always on ships. I mean, we was like I said, did a lot more training in my second enlistment than I did the first.
Yeah.
So got on a ship, was on LSD, and
Yeah.
and unfortunately, our berthing area was right underneath the flight deck. So the whole time we was there, going across. And like I said, it took us like 2 weeks because they was playing the war games.
Yeah.
They went there this way. And so they was doing flight ops constantly. So we didn't have nothing to do but lay in Iraq because we had the fire team people for the ship.
Yeah.
We had the corpsmen were there and stuff like that. So we couldn't sit at the table because you had a table of about this big, to
Yeah.
set like cards or something on. They was sitting there, so the only thing we could do was just sit in our racks for 2 weeks.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it sucked. Yeah.
Wow.
So we did get to go. When chow, you go, you'd have to go all the way through the ship and
Yeah.
find your way up to the chow hall and things like that. If you wanted to fight that traffic going up through there, you could go up there. During the day when they was having flight ops, you just had to go up to the O2 level or something like that.
Yeah.
Uh, to be
Okay.
able to get outside. But once we
Wow.
got closer to Hawaii, it was we went up there and hung out.
Yeah. Kind of took in the sights a little bit before you actually got into Hawaii,
Yeah,
checking
yeah.
everything
I
out.
mean,
Yeah.
saw a Russian trawler following us along.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah. They was way out. I mean, you could they was way off, but that's
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah, because we was talking to some of the Navy people. They was telling us, yeah, it's a Russian trawler and stuff.
I wonder if that's normal for
Very
to have like
normal.
a. Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. We'd probably do the same thing to them.
Yeah, you're right. Probably. Yeah. It's a good point.
Everybody's got to keep an eye on everybody else.
That's right. We got to know what everything's happening.
Yeah. So
So now tell me about when you were in Hawaii. Like what were you doing then?
it was just we offloaded there, Red Pearl,
Mm-hmm.
and then we went over to the Army base there. Oh shit, I forgot the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
But we were supposed to do do a little practice with artillery while we was there.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody had set the range on fire
Oh
before,
no.
so we couldn't shoot. So we spent like 3 days on the side of a mountain. There was only 4 or 5 of us. It was the 2 or 3 FOs. We had a Navy lieutenant, or not Navy lieutenant, Marine lieutenant with us, a
Okay.
com guy. We was just hanging outside of this mountain. You always seen the statue, like all the war movies in Hawaii, they have the statue at the up there. Well, we
Yeah.
was right across, we was on the hillside right across from that.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we ran up and down that mountain, exploring the mountain for like 2 or 3 days because we didn't have nothing else to do.
Oh, wow.
So then we went back down after a couple of days. Went back down, linked up with everybody, then had Liberty for a couple of days.
Very nice.
Right
Now,
there on
and
Waikiki.
oh, right in Waikiki. Okay. So you had a good time then on Liberty there.
Yeah. We was lucky enough to grab a hotel.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 blocks off of Waikiki.
Very nice.
So it was like 3 or 4 of us.
Yeah.
Had this hotel room, so that way we didn't have to go back to the ship, stagger back to the ship every night. We just stagger back to the hotel room. So
Yeah. Now, and was this during the summer or?
yeah, it was definitely during the summer. I mean,
Yeah.
So we hung out.
So there was a lot of people there then during that.
Yeah, there was a lot of people. And a lot of good looking women too. Yeah, so we was hanging out on Waikiki Beach, during the day, and then hitting the bars at night. So
Right. Yeah.
it was a wild time.
Very cool.
Lived on pineapple about the whole time because that's about the only thing we could really afford to eat.
Really?
Hawaii is expensive.
Yeah. Now, what was your rank at this point?
It was an E4 corporal.
E4 corporal. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Wow. So you spent it was about 2 weeks there?
We spent it was a total of about a week and a half.
Okay.
Something like that. We played a little games, for a few days, and then a few days of Liberty. Loaded back up on ship. We got about half a day maybe out from Pearl, and our
Mm-hmm.
ship, we had a problem. They had a problem with the ship.
Oh no.
I think it was something with the fresh water. So they
Uh.
couldn't fix it underway. So we went back to Pearl.
Oh wow.
So we
Okay.
got like another night's liberty in Pearl Harbor. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then it was straight shot back. I mean, I think we made it back in like 2 or 3 days.
Oh
You know,
wow.
so it was just a straight shot. They called it a steel beach party while we was underway. They pulled
What is
out
that?
they they pulled out the barbecue grills.
Uh-huh.
Of course, then it was charcoal and stuff like that.
Right.
And we had lobster hamburgers and
Oh
stuff. Just
wow.
had a big party there on the flight deck of the ship.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And that was while you were underway, just
while we was
cruising and
underway back to
yeah.
Pendleton. Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
yeah,
Yeah. Huh. And then once you get back to Pendleton, it's back to operations same as normal or
yeah. Back to the usual grinds.
yeah. Yeah.
And
Well, and now so you ended up doing 4 more years there, correct?
yeah.
Okay. And then what like what was the plan? What were you doing?
Well, I mean, I thought about reenlisting after I was coming back, or after
Mhm.
that time was up, but I wanted to either get out of the MOS or go do something else.
Yeah.
Go. I asked to go to Quantico, to
Mm,
where they was teaching officers and teaching the officers land nav and things like that.
right.
And I was told no, so I said, okay, I'm getting out.
Oh wow, okay.
So,
Wow.
and
So you
I got out in August of '89,
okay.
and they started deploying for the first Gulf War that December.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. So you got out right before they started going.
Yep. Yeah,
Wow.
I was listening to that one after I got back to here, and was working and heard them was deploying, and almost went back and seeing
Oh
if I could
really?
get back. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was gonna ask if you wanted to come back in at that point.
I thought about it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just met my current wife
Mm.
at the time, and I was
You met
getting
her
things.
in West Virginia?
Yeah, and I was trying to get working at the time,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I said no, I don't want to go do it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, what were you doing for work whenever you got out?
Um, well, I didn't have any plans when I first got out, so I was working for a temp company. Did temped around for a little bit, then I went and worked
Hmm.
for a medical company that delivered specialty beds and
Oh, wow. Okay.
hospitals and nursing homes.
Hmm.
Did that for 7 years,
Okay.
and decided I didn't want to do at all, anymore.
Yeah.
We was pushing beds around that weighed about 1,000 pounds
Whew.
at
I
times.
didn't realize they were that heavy. Okay.
Yeah, they had at the time they had a bed. Everybody called it a sand bed, but it
Uh-huh.
looked like a big bathtub that had it looked like white sand in it, but it was actually glass microspheres, and they would
Huh.
push air up through it, and it turned like to a liquid. So it's
Okay.
for people had like bed sores and things like that.
Oh, right.
So they wasn't putting any pressure like on their backside. So it helped, and air was getting to it, and it was promoting
Right.
healing.
Huh.
So those beds
That's pretty
were very
interesting.
heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Thousand
plus,
pounds, moving those around is not an easy task.
yeah, get them started. Once you got them started, it wasn't so bad, as long as you didn't have to push it across carpet. But in West Virginia, there's not a lot of flat places. So,
Yeah.
you was pushing uphill on the side of a hill. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Plus, somebody had to be on call 24/7.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so, after 7 years of that, I wanted to do something else, either move up in that company or, I'd
Yeah.
move on. So I went to a little school that they had around here, and got a degree in electronics
Oh,
because
okay.
I was doing a lot with electronics and stuff, electrical and things like that with the beds that we was pushing around. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I went and got a degree with that, and wasn't no openings, and a company popped up in the ads, and it was. Have you ever seen the like you go into Walmart, PetSmart, and seen the uh, machines that do the pet tags?
Yeah, like the engravers. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to work for that company.
Oh, no kidding. Wow. That's
Right
pretty cool.
when they was bringing out the tag machines,
Uh-huh.
they was hiring a bunch of people, so I got on with them and
Wow.
worked for them for 10 years. Was a
Okay.
district manager. I was gone all the time. My wife was like, "You're gone too much. Wish you was home more often." So
Yeah.
I left there, went back to a medical company. That really sucked.
Uh-huh.
Bummed around a couple more years. Actually went back to work for that one company that doing the pet tag machines and worked for
Mm-hmm.
them for another 3 years running the territory here.
Yeah.
Then went to work for FGX International, which is you might know it more well as better as Foster Grant sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
I was a district manager here in West Virginia, and
Very
had
nice.
a bunch of people work for me, run around, put out sunglasses and reading glasses and
Yeah.
stuff until COVID hit.
Oh,
And when
yeah.
COVID hit, they decided they was going to um, reorganize. So they got rid of
Okay.
the field service people.
Oh, wow.
There was about 3,000 people lost their job, not only the field service, but in their corporate headquarters and stuff like that. So,
No
which,
kidding. Wow.
yeah, it sucked. I loved that job. It was good.
Yeah.
And had good people working for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't bad. Um,
Wow.
and then it took, worked for another company for a year. They reorganized during COVID and, went to work finally for another company here recently doing
Yeah.
inventories in the retailers in different
Oh,
retailers.
okay.
I was district
Ah,
manager for them.
very cool. So
So
you go in and do their inventory
yeah,
at the different places. Okay, I see.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you've had quite the diverse career there, going to different types of companies and stuff. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
well, I mean, most of it dealt with in the retail market as
Right.
more of a manufacturer's type rep.
Mm-hmm.
What I did most of the time, so it
Right.
was enjoyed it. Met a lot of great people. Had
Mm-hmm.
a few good bosses along the way.
Yeah.
So had one at the company that did the tag machines. He's an old Navy guy.
Okay.
He started out with computers. He was great with computers. An old computer guy from the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Started out with the punch cards and all this good stuff. For the
Uh-huh.
computers. Taught me a lot. He taught me a lot of stuff. So
Very nice. Now, when you got out, what year was that? You got out
89. I got
89,
out in August
89.
89, August 89.
Okay. So that transition for you coming out of the military into the civilian sector, what was that like? Was it easy for you?
A little bit. I mean, wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other reasons I came home was, while I was in there, my grandmother passed away,
Mm,
and
yeah.
I lived with my grandparents for several years before I went into the Marine Corps. So they was more like my
Right.
parents than they was my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we lost her. Um, and knew my grandfather probably wasn't that many years, away from losing him either.
Right.
So that was some of the other decisions to come back, but yeah, it was an easy transition for me.
Okay.
You know, somebody that might have been in combat and things like that. It was a little hard when I went to work and not
Yeah.
having some of the discipline. Some of the other people don't have really had the discipline that the military did. It
Yeah.
was a little bit of adjustment, but other than
Uh-huh.
that, it wasn't too bad.
Okay. And then now, how did you like? When did you find out about the Marine Corps League?
Oh, I mean, I already, it was several years before I heard anything. And, once my kids, when we started having that empty nest thing is when I
Hmm.
started looking about doing something,
Right.
getting involved in the community and things like that. And, I looked up the Marine Corps League.
Hmm.
Um, I knew they was around.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go to Charleston for a meeting, and I didn't want to go to Huntington for a meeting. So I kind of put them off for a little bit.
Hmm.
Actually, I joined the American Legion because they had
Oh yeah.
a post, 5 minutes from my house that I didn't even
Oh
know
yeah.
about. So I ended up joining them. Was with them for about 3 years, and they finally
Okay.
started a Marine Corps League detachment here closer to home.
Okay.
And so I got in with them, while they was forming the detachment. Uh,
Nice.
so yeah, I was one of the chartered members for our local detachment.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, having your name on that chart.
Yeah.
We just
Now,
hope we keep it going.
what year was that when they that one was chartered?
Let's see. We did a charter ceremony in December of 2019. We
Okay.
actually the charter date was actually in October, when then commandant from the Marine Corps Lake Side was in October.
Right. Okay.
But we did it in December, and I got to meet Woody Williams
Oh wow.
at
Yeah.
that time,
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
he was still alive at that point.
Well, he's
Um,
from that area, correct?
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
he lived, probably no more than 20-30 minutes from me.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
so never, and I always knew he was around.
Mm-hmm.
Never had a chance of meeting him. So I
Yeah.
was always wanted to meet him. And then when we was standing up the detachment, we finally got to meet him. And I mean, you would think that somebody, Medal of Honor and done
Mm-hmm.
all the things that he's done, they be a little stuck up or something. You
Yeah.
just think of people like that, but he wasn't. I mean, what you've seen on the interviews
Mm-hmm.
on TV or whatever of him, he was the same type of person in person.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and
That's awesome.
yeah, he came in. He came in just like everybody else. No, he wasn't even wearing the Medal of Honor.
Oh wow.
He wasn't wearing his medal. He actually had it in his pocket.
Oh
So
really?
yeah, so we were standing around there talking and stuff, and we was getting ready to start the ceremony. And so he pulls out his medal out of his pocket, and goes to put it on. He's like 90, 91, 92 at this time.
Yeah.
I figured he'd have trouble getting back. I said, "Sir, you need a little help with that?" He goes, "Yeah, here, you can be president. What's his name? Um,
Obama, who
no, the guy that he pinned him.
was it? Reagan or I
No,
don't know.
who was after Roosevelt?
Oh, after Roosevelt.
God, I
Uh,
can't remember.
yeah, I got nothing. I don't know.
Uh, yeah, but he goes, yeah, you can play president, and let me pin his Medal of Honor on. So
Nice.
that was yeah, just holding that Medal of Honor. I mean,
Yeah.
and all the things that come with that, and then depended on a World War II Medal of Honor recipient was really
Yeah.
special.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
That's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
yeah, a once in a lifetime. You said it, and
Yeah.
and
Wow.
when he passed, we was he passed away at the VA Medical Center in Huntington,
Mm-hmm.
and he was going to lie in state, or he lied in state up at the state capitol, which is in Charleston, which is 45 minutes or so away.
Mm-hmm.
So when they transported him up to the capitol, they pretty much shut down the interstate because they had It was like a mile-long procession that came up through there.
Wow.
Yeah, and about every overpass between Huntington and Charleston
Hmm.
were full. And
Wow.
the bridge that I was on, we was on here, we had probably somewhere between 150, 200 people on that bridge when he came
Holy
through.
cow.
Yeah. And it was
That's
just
a lot of people.
one text message or not wasn't even a text message. Put it on Facebook. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the, at so and so bridge, for Woody Williams on this thing. If you come out, great. And ended up with a crap load of people out there. Had two fire
Yeah.
trucks, two ladder trucks with the
Yeah.
cross ladders and the flag, and it was a great
Holy
day.
cow.
It was
Wow.
huge.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his
Holy cow.
his funeral was something to see too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's yeah. I mean, it's all these medal honor recipients coming in and out. You catch glimpse of them
Oh,
because a
right.
lot of them went back. They had a room in the back
Hmm.
behind, so they wouldn't get inundated with people coming up to
Right.
them and stuff like that. So we didn't get to see them a lot. You just catch a glance at them when
Yeah.
they was going through. But
Wow.
when we was going from the Capitol building to the Cultural Center on his funeral day of his funeral, here in West Virginia, um, when we was going into the Cultural Center, I was walking in the door and I looked to the guy beside me. It's Kyle Carpenter.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like, oh crap.
Wow, that's pretty wild. Now he
Yeah.
got full honors, correct, for his funeral?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. They had the
uh,
band and
they
the
had the
whole
band and they had Eighth and I down here,
yeah.
and it was kind of funny. I mean, going from the Capitol to Culture Center is just a sidewalk away. I mean, it's
Hmm.
not that far. Probably
Right.
100 feet, 150 feet from one building to the other.
Hmm.
They took him out, and the Capitol sits right along the Canal River here in West Virginia,
Hmm.
Big River.
Right.
So they took him out the front, loading him up into the hearse on the street in front of the Capitol,
Hmm.
and had Eighth and I, the band, taking down the street, down the corner,
Right.
come down, come back up into the Capitol grounds, into in front of the Cultural Center where we was all standing, and they took
Wow.
him that way.
Yeah.
And you know, Charleston sits right between two mountains,
Hmm.
so when they did the flyover,
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh.
the airport for the Charleston airport's just on a hill up above the Capitol anyway.
Right.
You could hear the jets taking off from up there. But when they came through doing the flyover, I mean that sounds they just echoed off of those mountains. It was almost
Oh,
deafening when they flew over.
wow. That would have been cool.
Yeah, and they flew right over top. I mean, they was close to the top of the mountains. I mean, they
No
flew as
kidding.
slow as they could. Yeah,
Jeez. Yeah, that would have been cool.
yeah.
That would have been really cool to see.
It was done really well. And
Hmm.
then from there, they took him to the U.S. Capitol where he laid in state for another few days up there.
Yeah. 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 Wow. Man. Yeah, you got to see some pretty impressive things there.
Yeah,
That's
that
for
that
sure.
was that was definitely a once in a lifetime there. That
Yeah.
you know, it was it was something. Definitely something to remember, and like I said, it was done really really well.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
what I understand, Woody kind of planned it. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Yeah, it makes sense. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, I could see that. Well, hey, thanks for coming on and doing this.
no
This is
problem.
fantastic. Is there anything maybe we missed that you want to talk about or?
Nah, I think we talked enough.
Oh, come on now. All right. Well, hey, I always ask these rapid fire questions at the end. So,
Yeah, oh geez,
yeah. Oh, yo, you're gonna love them. Don't worry.
there you
Don't
go.
worry. It's a good time. All right. What was your proudest military moment?
Probably graduating boot camp.
Okay.
Earning that EGA.
Yeah. 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 I like it. All right. What was your most embarrassing military moment?
Oh, office hours. Not going into
Okay.
any more no more detail on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay. If you could be one military leader for a day, who would that be?
Oh God, General Gregg.
Oh, okay. That's the first time I've heard that one. That was good.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. What is one lesson or skill you learned that you still use today?
I would say map reading, but hell, you got GPS anymore, so
Well, yeah, that's true.
I really don't know because things have changed so much.
Yeah.
Just the discipline from it.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, good answer. In the zombie apocalypse, what would be your weapon of choice and what anthem would be playing?
Oh, I would say a 50 cal.
Ooh,
Um,
okay.
and what song? There'd be a couple. See, Pink Floyd, "Dogs of War."
Oh, okay. I like it. That's a good
Going
one.
back a little ways.
Yeah. No, that was good. All right. What animal best describes your time in service?
Hey, oh, I don't know. Never thought of that. Jesus Christ, where'd you come up with this crap?
Hey, I had to come up with something that's, gonna stump people and make them think,
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
Okay. All right, that's okay. That's all right. We can go on. Let's see. Knowing what you know now, would you do it all over again?
Yes, do
Very
maybe do a
nice.
little bit differently.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. I think just about everybody says that part.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, and then this is your time, like words of wisdom, something that you want to kind of leave the listeners with.
Oh, jeez. Um, you know, like everybody, once they get out of the Marine Corps, they miss all the people
Hmm.
and miss that camaraderie that you had, and that's where the Marine Corps League comes in. So if you're not a member of the Marine Corps League, you ought to join. Um, every detachment's different. I mean, you
Hmm.
still got the business ends that you have to do with the meetings and crap. Might be a little boring,
Yeah,
but just hanging around with a bunch of Marines telling stories, as any military people do. Is stand around telling stories all the
right.
time. And it's just, and it doesn't matter which generation. You
True.
know,
Yeah.
you all have shared experiences that you
Hmm.
go through, and you can relate to it. And it goes with any other services. There's a lot of shared experiences there too.
Yeah.
So,
Very true.
so if you're not a member of any veterans organizations, you ought to join. You ought to check them out, see what they're all about.
Absolutely. Now we're kind of partial to the Marine Corps League, but
Yep, kind of
uh,
partial. Yes, so, yeah,
but that's okay. You can join other ones too,
yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, there's some great ones out there. I mean, like I said,
absolutely.
I'm a member of the American Legion too.
Hmm.
Do a lot of things with them, and do a lot of military honors with them with their honor guard. So,
Hmm. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming on and doing this, Jim. Much appreciated.
I,
Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know you were a little nervous about it, but it wasn't that bad. You
that wasn't
know,
as bad as what I thought. Yeah,
yeah. See, we have fun on here.
yeah.
Cat makes sure we have fun. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'll finish out the way I always do. I talk about ways veterans can get help. But don't forget, if you're struggling, you do need help, anything like that, the VA has some great resources. You can always dial 988, press option 1. You can always text 838-255, or you can go to veteranscrisisline.net and click on the chat icon. Any of those options will put you in contact with somebody that can help you out. But remember, one veteran life lost is one too many. I care about you. I know Jim cares about you. The whole veteran community cares about you. So please reach out for help. And if you're out there, you're not struggling, reach out to the buddies you served with, ask them how they're doing. And if they need that helping hand, please give it to them. All right, Jim, one last time. Thank you. Truly appreciate it. To all the listeners out there, stay motivated. Change your socks.
Thanks for tuning in to the Lost Art Project Veterans Voices podcast. Our mission? Simple. Preserve history, one veteran story at a time. If you'd like to support this work, consider making a donation or sponsoring an episode. Every contribution helps us capture and share more stories for future generations. You can learn more and give at thelostart.podbean.com or by clicking the link in the episode's description. Stay motivated, change your socks, and remember, every story matters.